Hey guys, and welcome to a new series on my channel. Recently I asked you guys whether or not you'd be interested in seeing a palette a day series. A couple of you did say you'd be interested in seeing that series testing all of the indie brand eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection, and these are brand new to me. I made it kind of a mission in my personal life to support more independent brands and get more into indie eyeshadow brands. So I have been hauling a bunch. I've got a bunch of different indie brand haul shadow videos on my channel. I think there's 4 installments, and I will be trying to link those in the description box in case you guys are interested in checking them out and you haven't already. But I have 45 palettes that I have not tested, I have not put on my eyes. I have swatched most of these in the haul video, but in these videos I am going to fully swatch all of the palettes before we do one look. Not all of these palettes are still available. I noticed that after hauling them, some of them sell out. That's how indie brand shadows go. But in case some of them do come back in stock, and in case you guys have these palettes in your current collection and are interested in seeing a look, I am going to include all of the palettes that I hauled, regardless of whether or not they are still available. I am just picking the palettes that are really calling to me the day that I come up here to film these videos. And if you are interested in me doing a look with any one of those next, please leave it in the comments below. If you guys aren't currently subscribed, I'd love to see you subscribe. You guys, let's get into it. Welcome in, you guys. Today we're going to actually be starting my winter themed palettes. I'm actually so excited to do this video because it's actually been a while since I filmed. I do a lot of pre-filming and it takes a long time to edit, so sometimes I'm filming videos like long before I actually sit down and film another one. I just went back to my old job, so I'm in the office 5 days a week. So I know this isn't like a video for me telling you how my channel's probably going to change and some of the videos are going to slow down, but if you're watching this video, my daughter's wild tonight. If you're watching this video, you're probably somebody who watches a lot of my videos. So just to let you guys know, the content's probably going to slow down. I started filming this video when the sun was up. Now it's down. A lot of my filming is probably going to take place at night and like on the weekends. So that's what's going to change on my channel. Anyway, I had one fall themed palette left and I just skipped right over it because we are into the new year now, still in winter, nice and cold here in Florida. So I want to go into the Silent Night palette. And I've been really wanting to try this one because I loved the Haunted palette so much from Gourmande Girls. This one was in collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny, and I stared at this when I was doing my very bold eyebrows this evening, and I already decided what I want to do, and I think I'm probably gonna like do something maybe a little bit different than I normally do. I'm really trying to work on the different styles that I'm doing with my eyeshadow. But anyway, the goal of this is to swatch this, create one look with you guys, give it a good little review. I'm going to swatch from left to right, top to bottom, so I start here and I go over, and then I start on this row and go over. Okay, so let's get into it. It's not even that late. It's probably like 5 o'clock right now. The sun's like gone. Like, what time is it actually? I'm still drinking coffee. Oh, it's later than I thought it was. It's 5:42. So I'm sorry, when it gets a little bit darker, we totally lose time. I will close the curtains so you guys do not see the stage lights in the reflection. Oh, I forgot to mention, the last time I looked for this palette, it was heavily discounted, and I think it was honestly at the end of November, early part of December that I was looking for this palette, so they did still have it available on their site at that time. Again, there was a discount on it. I don't know if it's still currently available, but if it is, you guys, I will link it in the description box. I am so excited to do this look. I literally don't even want to swatch these shadows. That's how I feel right now. I want to get this on my eyes. I almost just did like a cutaway of me with these swatched on my hand, so I didn't have to do this, so I could get right into the eyeshadow. Okay, this one is Snowy, and then this one is Mother. I usually just swatch with one finger and then, you know, use the next one, but I'm going to use 2. Okay, these aren't swatching as good as my Haunted palette so far. This is not like an older palette in my collection necessarily. I think I bought it within the last 6 months. All of these palettes I will have purchased in 2024. Sometime in 2024. All right, this is Starry, which is a pretty foily shimmer, and it's pretty light reflective. And then this one is Silent Night, the blue that I'm swatching, the matte blue. And I'd say this is the deepest, okay, mirror. I'd say this is the deepest matte blue in this palette. These feel really soft, but they're not swatching as good as my Haunted palette, I will say so far. Lots of different toned browns in here. I do like that. So, you know, if you wanted to pair it with like a blue shimmer, you could. All right, I've got Peace, which is standard like taupey shimmer shade. And then this one right here is called All Is Calm. You guys, I cannot see without my glasses. Oh, this one's a little bit pink. Can you see it's like slightly pink? I actually really like that. It'd be a great shimmer to make a neutral look out of. Really good choice, I think, for this palette. I mean, just in general, to have a shimmer like this is actually really nice. By the way, it's so much prettier in person than I feel like I'm seeing back on camera. Yeah, these mattes just feel really soft, but they're definitely pulling a little bit more smoky than super pigmented. That actually is a good thing if that's what's happening to all these mattes, because it's kind of what I want to do with my eye look today. Really give it the good old smoke out. All right, this one is Savior, which is the deepest brown in here. And then this is the lightest brown in Serenity. Oh, see how smoky these are? I always say that they're pretty desaturated when they're like smoky like this. They're not gonna be super intense and they're gonna be great blending shades. So I think that's what we're gonna get with this. And I forgot to mention this shade here is Heavenly. All right, Frosty right here is definitely a duochrome white. And then this one is Twinkle, which is actually a really, really pretty like taupe brown. It's almost purplish. Hope that translates. It's really, really nice. Both of those are really nice. See, the Gourmande Girls formula to me, or Color Story maybe, is like you get more than meets the eye with the palette. It gets better and better. When you swatch it, when you wear it, that's what I get excited about. All right, Bright is like a gold, true gold shimmer, and then Festive is another blue shimmer, and I don't know how similar it's gonna be to this one. It's kind of more purple. It seems really blue in the pan and really foily, but it's kind of like on the softer side, like not a huge base. This one definitely has more base than this one. And this one appears to be a duochrome. I don't think this one, the blue up here, is. All right, the two deepest shades in here are the matte blue, and then there is a black matte, which are next. These look really pigmented, but we'll see. I think they're still a little bit smoky, but definitely more pigmented than the other shades. I swatched this one kind of in a weird place, I'm sorry. Anyway, there is the full Color Story. I mean, I really like it. If you're looking for blues and something you can go heavy, like in the outer corner with, like you've got that, but you've got lighter transition shades. What I love about these palettes is that you get those fun pops, right? Like yellow, and then you have a gold shimmer you can pair with it. So you could do like a black and gold look if you wanted, which to me kind of sounds nice if that's something that you're looking for. It's just that it goes light and then it has like kind of like a lighter side to the palette, and then it gets deeper. Just based on kind of looking at it, I think you've got similarities, but I always find variances between the shades once I get them to the eyes. Like none of them ever pull so similar that I feel like I need to complain about it. So there you go. All right, let's get to it. All right, I zoomed you guys in just a tiny bit. We are going to start with the shade right here, and we're probably gonna blend out with this one or this one. I don't know just yet. I'm going to take this matte yellow all the way in the inner corner, and the shimmer that we're using today is gonna be the gold one. I think that's gonna be a really good look. Like I could see 3 looks right away with this palette, which is really nice. I also like the fact that, you know, I can give it a pop of color, but then still keep it neutral. So it's not a palette I would ignore for everyday use too, because I think we have that. Now my old job wasn't really my old job. I went back to a different position, just the same company. And now there are 4 people that are reporting to me, and they've been there, even though I was there for 5 years before. And one is like really interested in makeup. And so it's so funny. She tells me how interested in makeup she is. I know I'm just rambling right now, but I just feel like I'm in a talkative mood. And then she goes, but I don't wear any for work. So anyway, there are some people out there that I feel like, you know, go total glam, but then at work they don't wear anything. All right, we're gonna start with that blue shade. And I am taking a very tight packer brush because we're gonna do a lot of packing and probably a lot of, I think, more detailed work. I'm still deepening the outer corner, so it won't be like super different from my looks, but I'm gonna try to do something just a little bit different. It was something I saw someone on Instagram do. There's just a ton of creators out there that like are smaller creators that do such beautiful things with their eye looks. Like they're way more creative than me, and it is honestly such a shame they do not get more followers. You know what? I will link her Instagram below because I thought she was just the cutest thing ever. She just does some amazing eye looks, and she doesn't have that many followers on Instagram. Short form content is just the thing right now. Like everybody who's young just wants the short form content, or younger, I should say. And like, I understand it. I watch short form content all the time, much more than I want to admit that I do. I'm still gonna take a smaller, tighter brush, but it's gonna be kind of fluffier because now we're gonna go into that very light, like heavenly shade, and I'm gonna go around to the edges. Anyway, the short form content. I just feel like a lot of people who are younger or who are interested in makeup and they start their short form content, that's essentially all they're doing is like posting on Instagram and TikTok, or maybe even mostly Instagram, because who knows what's gonna happen with TikTok. I just feel like unless you're doing something super dramatic on short form content, it's much harder to like start on Instagram, I think, especially if you don't have that like wow factor. Or you're diversifying. Anyway, I don't think she has a YouTube channel, but I will link her Instagram in the description box, like I said. This is like so skin tone. I'm just not even sure it's kind of showing up, but I think it's giving me the effect that I want. I don't know. I never know sometimes until I'm done, so I have to trust the process. I was over at my grandmother's house painting the backsplash because we're chilling. We're chilling. We're not gonna do like some intricate backsplash right now. We're just gonna paint it and leave it because we're focusing on other things. Yeah, if you don't know, I moved my grandmother here in August, and we took like a pause in November and December to get through the holidays, and now we're back at it again. Anyway, I was painting her backsplash today. It was drying super unevenly, and I was like, wow, we really need to just trust the process. I kept saying over and over in my head. I thought that was interesting. Okay, like I said, I'm just in a chatty mood. So at least when I do the silence detection in my video editing, all this will still come up. You'll be able to see what I'm doing because I'll be talking. There you go. Oh, the sunlight is gone. All right, I'm gonna try and use my finger. No, am I? I don't think I can. I put these nails on tonight. I do try and like occasionally wear nails. When I was younger, I used to wear nails, but then I stopped for so many years. And then I just recently decided, like, I don't know, in the last year I've decided that I want to try and like not wear acrylics, but like wear press-ons. Anyway, I'm spraying like a flat, I call it a shimmer brush. It's like a Refugero 2. Ooh, this shimmer is cray-cray, you guys. There's a lot going on here. Okay. Anyway, the thing is with most nails for me, I have such wide nail beds, like just big fingers. None of the traditional ones work for me. So I'm always on the hunt for the impress nails that are a wider fit, and they're the same shape over and over. They're always like the square tips, which I actually like. It's just like, you know, you can't diversify. You can't go any different. It's like the same shape over and over and over. So anyway, glamnetic nails, I do find that in the bottom section of them, they do have big enough ones that fit me. They don't go like all the way to the edge, and so it does leave like a little space, but I don't think it's noticeable enough that unless you were like critiquing my nails, you would notice. So these are basically the only other ones that I can wear is the glamnetic nails, but they all come in this style. Okay, not all of them, but a lot of them come in this kind of like shorter, rounded, what do they call these? Almond shape, I think. Anyway, I don't think these ones are still available for sale. I feel like Glamnetics nails, or just a lot of nails in general, are super limited edition. They kind of come and they kind of go. So these ones I ended up getting on Mercari. Honestly, I kind of feel like that's the way to go. I mean, Glamnetic nails are only $15. The thing with Glamnetic nails, I can usually get 2 wears out of them. Not like this set, but there's usually enough in there that I have enough for 2. So with that, I can get 2 uses out of $15, so it's actually not terrible. But a lot of people resell them for whatever the reason. I can get them for like $6 in different styles that have been discontinued. But Glamnetic does have really nice styles. Okay, I do think that I'm really liking this. And yes, it's not all that different from what I normally do because, you know, deepening the outer corner and the shimmer on the lid. But bear with me, trust the process, remember? I'm going back into this tighter spectrum brush and I'm going back into that blue shade and then blending these 2 together. I'm really keeping, oh, hello, this blue shade on the bottom part of the lid. I do not want it as high as I normally do, and I still want to like blend this blue out. It's darker on this side, I think. A little bit more with the brown shade, and then I want to clean it up. All right, back into the brown shade, the same one. What is that called? Heavenly. To just diffuse the outer corner again, just a little bit. I will say that like this blue shade is doing like a tad bit of creasing, and I did set my eyes. Blues and blacks will do that on me. All right, another tighter brush like this. I'm gonna go into that matte yellow. It's the small tapered blending E45 brush from Sigma. I don't know if you guys care. You know, I'm not a brush aficionado, so I pretty much will try anything. Anyway, the point of this was to take the yellow just a little bit into the inner corner, and I want to bring it below like so. And honestly, I think that's pretty much it, because we're gonna bring the yellow like down here a little, and then we'll smoke it out with the blue on the bottom. I never do this. I know there are probably a lot of creators that do, but I usually keep shadows out of my inner corner because it bothers me, but we're gonna do that today. I just thought that would look pretty. And then I need to do some more blending on the blue shade. All right, I'm going to just take the brush and I'm really just buffing the edges out. I don't have any, I'm stumbling on my words. I don't have any other shadow on the brush at the current moment. I just want to diffuse the edges, and I don't think I need to do that much more. I'm not a huge blender anyway. Okay, the last thing that I'm gonna do is take the same Spectrum A13 brush and I'm gonna go into, I think I am gonna take the deepest brown. Okay, no, I changed my mind. This one right here. And I'm just gonna do one little thing. I want it like kind of pointed. I'm gonna close my eye and then just kind of go like this. We're gonna see. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I didn't like it right here because I don't have the blue out far enough. Okay, let's see. Do I need to add a little bit more blue? Maybe pack it on this side too. All right, I think that's good enough. Well, let me take my little wet wipe and sharpen the edge. I actually am gonna try those strips so I don't have to keep doing my foundation second. I don't personally mind it because I make such a freaking mess. Okay, one more bit of blending. I'm just gonna like bring that brown in the crease right here. My daughter is like in the room playing video games and just screaming. Anyway, not that I personally mind doing the foundation second, but in these videos especially, you know, then I gotta pause and go do my makeup and then come back and talk final thoughts. Would just be pretty easy if I could like kind of just finish the look. So anyway, that is what I'm gonna do. I'm even going to bring that blue up higher. I'm even gonna throw on, I think, some lashes. Yeah, probably some lashes. I will go and do that and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. You guys, it's always like 20 minutes later. All right, let's finish this eye look. I'm going back into this yellow and I'm brightening this back up because obviously I threw on some concealer that I didn't have on before. And I think I need to bring it in like a little bit more over here. I have to say, I have never put a matte in the inner corner yet. And I think it changes like everything. I think it changes this whole look. I'm really enjoying this matte in the inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna take a Moira Statement Gel Liner in Royal Blue in the waterline. I think it'll look good, and I like deeper colors in the waterline anyway. I'm gonna go all the way across. I have this one rogue eyebrow. Get over here. Sometimes the eyebrows, they just grow where they want to grow. I think I would have even liked a black or like something even darker in the waterline, but I think that's fine. I'm gonna take a tighter like pencil brush. I don't even know what this is. An Eloise brush, probably from Amazon, and go into that deep blue shade that I used to smoke out the top, and I'm gonna go pretty much all the way across on the lower lash line because we have this like yellow here. The kids don't go back to school until tomorrow. They're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Oh, that was too much on the lower lash line. I meant to go a little bit tighter on this side. So instead, I'm just gonna take that brown and smoke it out. I went way too hard. Meant to go hard, but not that hard. That's okay. The question is, do they match? All right, the Bad Gal Bang from Benefit on the lower lashes. I don't know why. This is like literally my favorite mascara for the lower lashes at the current moment because I just keep reaching for it. I don't even think I like it for the upper lashes, but it's one of the cleaner lengthening lashes that I have in my collection, I feel like. Okay, and that's the completed eye look. Really the only difference here is that I kept the deepening shadow in the outer corner like really low. And then I brought in like the matte in the inner corner. Like that's pretty much all I added to a look that I do pretty consistently, but I really enjoyed it. I do want to try like a full on cut crease. I got something in my eye. Next time, I don't know. I want to just get more creative each and every single time I do these eye looks, and then probably, you know, on days that I'm just feeling like I want to test the palette, I'll probably just come up here and do my standard eye look. But this was fun. This took a long time though. I have to say, like, that method wasn't necessarily perfected. And I also threw on lashes without my Moira 2-in-1 lash adhesive this time, which is like a fully black liner. I just used the glue. Here I am with these long nails, like just struggling. So hence the reason it took a little bit longer longer. This palette was amazing though, like amazing. These ones that are in collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny, they're so good. The quality is fabulous. I think they're like good packers. They're good blenders. All the shades really work well together, and you get some variety in the shimmers. I won't say that they're like all different, but you get two that are chunkier, which in this case is the blues. And then the one that I said had like a pink tinge to it, which is like kind of the silver one right here. I'm trying to get it to focus on the palette. This one right here, and then this one right here, they're a little bit smoother. I think the one that I used today, like slightly smoother than the other two, which are a little bit chunky. And then you get one translucent duochrome over here. Like say you wanted to brighten the inner corner with it, not a huge base. But all of the mattes, they're like all different. Again, what I said earlier was I never feel like, even when there are similar colors in these palettes, that they're ever so similarly toned, I feel like I need to complain. So, and I love that it's like a neutrally thing too, you know, you could wear this to work too. It's not just a palette that I feel like could get ignored or would get ignored because of its color story. It's also something very useful on an everyday basis if you're just, you know, liking something pretty neutral. I just think these quality in these ones from Doodles by the Bunny are just so good, and I honestly think that this one's one of the more unique color stories in my collection because I got a ton of palettes, and I think that blue and yellows together, like I didn't think I was gonna love it, but these navies with these yellows, spectacular. And the gold, like I just thoroughly enjoyed this. And also what you get out of this is what I complain a lot about, is that it doesn't go super light to super dark, which this one does. You get a white, you get a black, and you get some deep outer corner stuff. I don't know what I was saying, deepening. And the quality is just so good on these. So here I am just slinking down super far. Anyway, this was definitely a chatty video. I told you guys it's been a minute since I filmed, and it's probably gonna be slower going on these palette a day videos. But I hope that you guys are enjoying them, and I hope that you guys stick around. And if you're watching this for the first time and you're not currently subscribed, I'd love to see you subscribe so you guys can stick around. Leave me your feedback in the comments below. Do you have this palette? Do you love this palette? What do you think? Did I make you want to get the palette? I'm telling you guys, I always give my 100% unbiased opinion. I don't care. That's it. That's all I got. You're gonna get it every single time. Anyway, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.